Tim Young joins us on a Tuesday morning. Tim Young normally sits across from me, except for last year, much of which he did on the phone, and he's doing that again. Good morning, Tim.
G'day, Steve. How you going?
I'm all right. You're not here.
No, I am currently sitting at the foreshore in Warrnambool watching the waves. It's very cathartic, very relaxing.
Well, I thought you might have been in hotel lockdown preparing for the Australian Open.
Oh, you see, now, I was very calm because I find the water very calming, as I think a lot of people do, and the waves. They're mesmerising. You can watch them all day. And I was listening to the radio, and they had on about Novak Djokovic, of all people, complaining about lockdown, about his quarantine for the tennis. And look, I'll declare up front, tennis is not my game. It does nothing for me. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just not for me. A bit like green beans, okay? Just not for me.
Okay.
But Novak Djokovic complaining about a fully subsidised lockdown and giving demands, just, I don't know, just gets my blood boiling.
Well, you see, this is the thing, because Nick Kyrgios has been on Twitter, as he's wont to do, and Nick Kyrgios has been having a little bit of a go at Novak Djokovic. Nick Kyrgios, once again in tennis circles and coronavirus, he is the voice of reason.
I know. It's topsy-turvy, isn't it? When Nick Kyrgios is your voice of reason. But it's right. And I did see that tweet that he sent yesterday, and he's right. Novak Djokovic has just been an idiot. Just do your time, be quiet, have a bit of class and a bit of grace, and just accept a lot of other people are doing a lot tougher than you are, Novak.
Yes, right. I can tell this has stirred you up somewhat, Tim. The waves are not working.
No, but you see, instantly, as soon as I get that off my chest, I'm looking at the ocean and the waves breaking, and I'm back to normal. It's okay.
Rightio, all right. Now, the other thing you wanted to mention this morning, and are you working or are you on a holiday?
No, I'm fortunately on a holiday. We drove down yesterday from Ballarat down to sunny Warrnambool, and I tell you what, listeners know that I'm a cricket tragic, and we managed yesterday to take two cars because we don't own a trailer, and so my car had all the stuff in it, so I was able for 2 hours, or what is it, 2 and a bit hours, to listen blissfully to the cricket with no interruptions because all the kids were in the other car.
Was the cricket interesting? That would be my question about listening to the cricket, because,
That's a fair question. Whenever there's a boring session in a test match, they always describe it as absorbing cricket because there's not a lot happening. But it's not so much the content, it's the background noise, it's the sound of Jim Maxwell's voice, it's the little conversations they have, it's the whole experience, I believe, not just the game itself.
Now, I do recall a couple of years ago you were talking about being on holiday on the coast, I think in and around Warrnambool, and how you like to say g'day to people as you walk along the beach.
Yeah, actually, after I finish talking to you, I'm going to take myself for a walk along the beach, and I'm going to say good morning to absolutely every person I see. And I'm going to do that because life is good, and I'm on holidays.
What response are you expecting?
Well, as I said last time, it varies depending on the person. Usually it's not too bad. It's the people with the iPhones on the arm and the earphones in. You don't get much response off them because they're looking to escape from something, I think.
Wave to them.
That's a good idea. I will. I'll wave to them.
Yeah. Catch their eye. Get in their eye line. Give them a wave.
Or the double sort of finger shooters. Hey, g'day, get away. I should run in the other direction. No, you've got to be positive when you're on a holiday, don't you? So the great thing was, look, I don't know how it was when you were growing up, but if we said, if my parents said to me, we're going to leave first thing in the morning, that was about 1 in the afternoon. By the time we got everything packed and ready to go. I don't know if that was the same for you.
I can't think. I don't really remember early morning starts, but I do know now when I say to the children, if we're visiting grandparents in New South Wales, I say we're going to leave first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
My children know that means first thing in the morning.
I bet it does too.
Yeah, because that's when I'm awake.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Yeah. So what time is first thing in the morning?
Oh, about 4:30.
Do the kids sleep in the car the night before?
Yeah. They and actually they've come to like it because, they get in the car early, they get their pillow, they go back to sleep, and by the time they wake up, we're halfway there.
Genius. Absolute genius. But we meant to leave at about 10:30 yesterday, but didn't leave till about midday. But the perfect thing, again, coming back to my tragic addiction to cricket, is that by the time we hit Lismore, which was our designated lunch break because it's on the spreadsheet, right, that was absolutely in line with when lunch was in the cricket. So I didn't miss any of the cricket while we had lunch at Lismore. It was fantastic, Steve.
Now, did you see the water tower painting?
I didn't know. No. You must have to go off the main drag to see it. I know.
Tim.
I know. There was one of those, you know those things where you put your face, because there's a Yabby thing, there's a cafe with a Yabby theme there in Lismore, and there's a cutout at the front where you can put your head through, and you become a Yabby for a brief moment, which was fantastic. So I saw that. That's art.
You were distracted.
I was distracted.
Okay.
It was. So look, where we're staying. So because I refuse to do camping because I'm not staying in a campus tent after many sweaty, uncomfortable childhood experiences. So we're staying in this apartment, and while it sounds cool, this apartment has 3 stories, right? 3 levels. And you go, yeah, that's great. That sounds really flash and all. And then, as a 43-year-old with not the best fitness in the world, you start trying to take stuff up to the top bedroom. Oh, it's a long way up.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to have a rest.
You see some places with multiple floors, and they have those little sort of lounges, don't they, on the landings, so you can have a little sit down. But what we've done is we've given the top floor to the kids. So,
right, so you don't have to go up there then?
No,
Yeah.
no, we don't.
Yeah.
And also, the kids see stairs as something fun and a novelty and whatnot, so they're up and down them all the time. They love them, whereas we just have to go to the other, the first floor, which is great.
Now, there is a question that's just come in on the SMS for you, Tim, and it has to do with your attire on your beach walk. It says, will Tim be walking on the beach in his sluggos?
Sluggos. Now, I'm assuming by sluggos they mean budgie smugglers.
Your budgie smugglers, that's become a more generic sort of term for those sort of swimmers, yes.
But I might start with sluggos again. I like that. No, it's a bit fresh here in Warrnambool this morning for just the sluggos. it's a bit breezy. It might be getting whipped by the winds of the Antarctic in places I don't want. So, no, I'm fully dressed this morning, which is probably not disappointing for the world down here at Warrnambool.
Not at all. Well, the weather is on your side for a little bit later this week. So enjoy this week by the beach, watching the waves, calming down, and ignoring all those tweets from tennis players.
Absolutely, I will, and I'll see you in the studio next week.
Right. Thank you, Tim. Tim Young joins us on a Tuesday morning.